To promote buying natural trees. Get my hand out of the way while doing this. So they have samples from all the tree growers in the area, and of course they get their ribbons and so on. And of course I gotta grab a hank of a nice spruce, and then you just smell that pine smell, that Christmas tree smell. That gets the blood boiling. Blood boiling, and what the heck am I doing here? I should be at home carving Santas. So it kind of has a mixed blessing. I don't know. Okay, I just wanted to get this. I mean, there's still more. I'll come back to this a little later here. I want to get to this arm. I think the elbow might be a little lower. I think I may have goofed up here. I'll just fix this a little bit, and I think I'm good. Still good. Here's my chisel. That little number 9. Okay, just a little bit of rounding. Did I round on that? Yeah, I did kind of round it. I'll round it. If I didn't, I'll round it some more later. And I almost want to put a little bit like this, so it's like his elbow did come out a little bit. So it still gives the impression that the elbow is the farthest out on the arm. I just do a little bit of rounding. Just be careful around the hand. That's where I have to drill a hole. See, another thing too, if you ever come across something like that, is, like I say, you can drill into the coat a little more. And of course, the other thing is you drill a little bit of hole, and then you cut your gun in half and put on one side and the other side and underneath, that kind of a thing. That's what I might have to do. I mean, I prefer to get it all done at once, drill the hole, and then you shove it in and call it done. I don't know. Well, in fact, when I get to the gun, I think what I'll do is I'll get to a point where this is done, or relatively done. I'll do the gun and then make a little bit of adjustment. So I'm going to leave this actually alone. I'll take off I'm going to skin the saw marks. Just so we can see we got the saw marks off. I mean, it's getting pretty close to the time. Most all saw marks should be off. Except the bottom, we leave that alone. Okay, so everything, I'm going to thin the legs a little bit more. Then I'm going to do the head a little bit more. And then we'll get into details. I just thin this out this way. I think what happened was like I said, I had the gun in. Yes, it comes back like this. And he's holding the gun according to my print on, and I just probably didn't get a good, the gun was there, I didn't have a good feel for the width of the legs. Did I do the same thing here? Oh yeah, that's right, I gotta be careful because this is lowered down. So this is gonna be like, yeah, sort of like this. The behind is, actually I should raise the butt a little bit more. Yeah, because I like that the way that is, and yeah, that's going to be raised a little bit more. In fact, before I do that, before I do the... Oops, I went the wrong way, didn't I? Sorry. And it's kind of more of committing to where the butt is going to be there. Shape it, I can shape it a little bit later, but well, a lot of this is gonna, yeah, a lot of this here. See, the rear end is here. So I'm gonna get started by, am I still in? Yep. This is just to kind of commit the area. Gonna come around like this. Okay, see how that looks? Now we can commit to shaping that out of there. I should have my other, that's another reason why I like to have the other on, is because that edge does get into the palm. I'm in, but you can't see what I'm doing with my hand in the way. It's kind of hard to... There you go, chisel pointing away. Taking a lot of wood out of there. Even the feet are going to be shrunk a little bit. Now we'll take what we just did and round it off a piece. Oops, oops. Now I believe I left enough to make that top a little baggy. I'm pretty sure I did. Get that out of there. Oop, I did a little prying. I don't mean to pry, but I pried. Uh-oh. That got a little hacky. Hacky wacky. And I'm just going to, for right now, putting this pick here, right about here, commit to, I put a line in there that says don't forget. He's got it, like he has got it on his, up to his, where the knee is. So let's raise that a bit. And of course that is an artist's conception. especially if you watch reenactors who reenact Thanksgiving. They look more like woodsmen. You know, you carve your woodsman. That's what they look like, the buckskin or whatever. And let me erase this. Okay. I need to take, while you're looking at that, here, I'll let you look at it for a while I take a reach down and take a water break. I gotta wet the whistle here. I did say this is July. Anywho. Now I want to get running around the head area here. Like I said, I'm not going to, what I probably should have done is had a little more extra for the head and the neck. Or of course, like what a lot of people do, and especially the old cowboys, is you cut the head off and then you put the head on. That's better. That's sometimes better, but this is just a simple, let's get this done. Carving here. I'm going to take a little bit of, just a little bit of the, because I still want enough for his big collar. What about the back? Oh, the back. Oh my goodness. Oops. Now he has long hair. Longer here. I'll get to more detailing and so on. I do want to make sure the shoulders are about where I want them, give or take, because I think I might be lowering them a little bit. All right. Let's get in with the pencil. Here, come here, Mr. Pencil. Head tilted and turned. Now the face, because you got face and hair. Right now I got a very big face. I'll start with a big face, and you can always trim it as you can, and then the hair comes out. So let us commit to it with our V-tool. So here, I'll show you what I got so far. See, there is the body straight on, and then like I said, I tilted. Or actually, I tilted, I turned, and then also tilted. When you use the V tool, make sure that the flat, one of the flats, is going straight up and down, and not carving into the face. Then you turn it around this way, and you don't want that V tool to carve into the face. You want the flat just grazing the face. Then I want to cut a little bit of hair back. See, now we're starting to see a little bit of the face. Now I'm doing this a little backwards than I usually I stick the nose in there. And then I shape, everything goes according to the nose. That's what I always say. But this one I'm going to do just a little bit. This is another way that to prevent me from getting wider faces. I'd be carving Santas, and all of a sudden his head is this big to this body, and then you have to trim some and trim some. But here I'm commit to the size of the face, because he's not going to have a beard.